Good morning, my dear friends. Srinivas in front of you once again. First of all, let me wish you all a holy Vijayadashmi greetings to you all. May Goddess Durga bring you all the best of your health and happiness and energy in the days to come. I want to begin my presentation with a small sentence here, that is, the good may not be always good. It may be good, it may be bad too. The bad may not be always bad. The bad may bring some good to you. So now I am going to talk in brief about the bad bank, National Asset Reconstruction Company, which already got established, and government has given approval last month for a full-fledged National Asset Reconstruction Company, which is going to be a mega bad bank of our country. The initial share capital will be 6,000 crores. Apart from that, the government of India will be giving a government guarantee for 30,600 crores, 30,600 crores in the form of security receipts. Before going further as to what is the business and what is the modalities of this bad bank and all, I would like to take you back to the 91 when Narasimhan Committee was established. Actually, I can say he's the father of the Indian banking reforms. He has given several recommendations to make the Indian banking industry robust with very strong fundamentals and foundation, and to make the Indian banking balance sheets extremely transparent, truthful figures. The journey started from income recognition and asset classification, then credit risk CRAR, then it has come your SARFAESI, selling of the assets without the intervention of the court. Then it has come your debt recovery tribunals, where high value advances are directly being allowed to go to debt recovery tribunal. Then amendments are made to Company Act, amendments are being made to your Insolvency Act, where creditors were given more powers to declare the company insolvent and take over the administration of the company. Then Company Law Board, National Company Law Tribunals were established for immediate resolution of the issues pertaining to these creditors. And so many things, advancements have been done by the government of India, and a lot of capital infusion. I forgot to tell you, so much of capital infusion, more than around 3.02 lakh crores of capital infusion for the last 5 years. It has been done by the government of India, which is nothing but our own money, our public money. Still, the menace of NPA is staring at us with a wicked eyes. There are two concepts in this bad bank. The first one is National Assets Reconstruction Company, in which 51% stake will be with the public sector banks, 49% will be the outsiders, and the initial capital base will be 6,000 crores. And apart from that, there will be a guarantee, government guarantee will be there for 30,600 rupees in the form of security receipts. This is the first part. The second part will be Debt Resolution Company. Indian Debt Resolution Company is also getting established, which will be actually managing and fine-tuning the asset that National Asset Reconstruction Company will be acquiring. And this asset will be fine-tuned by this company called Indian Debt Resolution Company in an attractive manner, so that this can be sold to the outside market at an attractive price. You see, the assets which are going to, there are two organizations here, National Assets Reconstruction Company. The second one is management of those assets purchased by the Assets Reconstruction Company. The Assets Reconstruction Company, as I have told you, the assets which are fully provisioned by these banks will be taken by these, and high ticket advances will be taken by these assets, bad bank initially. And they have planned to take 2 lakh crores of such advances, which are minimum 500 crores. Aggregated to 2 lakh crores will be taken by this bad bank in the day to come. In the first phase, it is 90,000 crores worth of NPS of high ticket advances this National Assets Reconstruction Company is going to take now. And these whatever assets are taken by the National Assets Reconstruction Company, it will, I have told you, fully provisioned. So whatever money this national bad bank is going to give it to the national Assets banks or other banking sector banks will be their part of the income only, because their assets are fully provided for there. And initially the ratio will be 15% will be in the form of cash and 85% will be in the form of secured receipts. That 85% secured receipts will come into picture where the bargained price, suppose I am going to purchase the asset for 1 crore of rupees, after which 50 lakhs I have given, 85 lakhs I have to pay you. Suppose I get only 80 lakhs, that 5 lakhs will be, guarantee will be invoked from the government of India that they will be paying. So this is how these things will be, and the asset debt resolution companies, then they will come into the picture, they will take the assets. The debt resolution company will be having full experts, technically, financially, who are well versed with rejigging the companies, both economically and technically, and make it as a viable asset so that it can be sold to some others. Actually, this bad bank concept is already in vogue right from 2007. And other than in banking sector, these mergers and acquisitions are very now become very frequent in the international market here. And if you go to Cupertino in America, one street is full of venture capitals where they have got a lot of money and they will be searching for the entire globe to purchase this type of assets, manage them, make them attractive and sell it to somebody. It is just like our old clothes. People are selling after doing all the stitching and all, they are rectifying all the patchwork and all, they will be selling it to the poor people in some of the centers who will be seeing that. The concept is just purchase the things, asset which is totally unusable, not at all reusable, anything, make it attractive, sell it in the market, and by employing the experts in the market to fine-tune the product. So this is what exactly is there behind the bad bank here. There are two companies which are going to come, and 100% I am sure it is going to revolutionize the Indian banking scenario, because the bank balance sheets will be, first of all, they will be getting very clean balance sheet. And the whatever income they are going to get out of the sale process of their NPS, now they are going to fetch some value. And the banks need not waste their resources, human resources, which are actually not accustomed to this type of high value and high technical and high fundamental rejigging work. They do not know that actually. They know only the recovery aspect, the lending aspect, but how to rejig the existing NPS and sell it in the market, that they do not know. So once the assets are taken over by the banking, this bad bank, that extra manpower can be used for increasing the credit portfolio and make their systems much more perfect in recovery and all. So first of all, the balance sheets are getting clean there, extra manpower they are getting there. When the balance sheet is good, they will be able to raise the funds from the market. So the dependence on the government for capital infusion every time will be very much minimized. In 2015, the government of India, they have done 4 R's. One is recognition, resolutions, recapitalization and reforms. So this is actually continuing. It's a continuing process. We need not expect miracles that everything NPA menace is going to be solved in a day. The time limit given for the National Asset Security Company to resolve a bad debt which he has purchased from the bank is 5 years. Within that 5 years, the asset company, bad bank, has to make it viable. The earlier it is able to sell in the market, the more profit this asset company, bad bank, is going to get. The commission it has to pay to the government of India for the security receipts it is taking will be increasing by 0.25% every year. So if I am able to sell my bad debts with the help of my debt resolution company, then and there within 6 months or 1 year, then I am getting more profit here. So the purpose for which it is getting established are very beautifully thought of. And the experts in the economy and international financial experts are very much hopeful that this bad bank is going to help becoming the good banks really good. Let us hope this historical step will prove to be another trend setter in the Indian banking industry, because the time allowed for me is only 10 minutes here. I am not able to go into more of technicalities. Thank you, my dear friends. Have a nice day.